focusing on introducing Windows 7. Many of you have received a new laptop within the last year or so, and you notice that we're not using Windows XP anymore, but we're using Windows 7. So I just wanted to introduce some tips and tricks that you may already know about or that you might find interesting. The first thing with Windows 7 is that it allows us to snap our windows into a perfect resizing. So for example, this window right now is maximized. I can take this window with my mouse, drag it over to the right, and notice that it immediately splits it in half perfectly. I can take another window and drag it all the way over to the left, and it snaps it perfectly, so it's resized. So no longer do I have to mess around with resizing the bottom right corner or the sides or the top, but it'll resize it that way. No matter if it's a Word document, if it's a website, a PowerPoint, it doesn't matter, whatever kind of window it has. The other option you have is it'll snap full page as well. If you pull it out, you drag it out, and drag it to the top, it snaps it and resizes it for the entire page. Now, from the resize option, the other things that you're able to do with Windows 7 that you might not have been familiar with is the Windows key itself. This Windows key worked this way before, but you might not have known. See this key right here at the bottom left? That is called the Windows key, the Windows button. There's one of those buttons on your keyboard. So if you look at your keyboard, right on the bottom left-hand corner, it goes Control FN, and then it's the Windows button right beside the Alt. When you hit the Windows button, it automatically opens this button, the same as clicking on this button right here. So if I hit the Windows button, this opens so I can get to my programs. Now that's important to understand because now I want to give you some commands. If you hit the Windows button, hold it down, and hit the D at the same time, notice it goes to my desktop. So if I hit Windows D again, it shows me my Windows, but if I want to get straight to my desktop, Windows D takes me to my desktop. The other thing that I can do with the Windows button is now I can hit the Windows, hold it down, and hit the Tab button, holding the Windows button down at the same time. Now it's going to show me all the windows I have opened. So every time I hit Tab, not letting go of the Windows button, it's going to scroll through all the windows that I have opened. So I can, and if I want to see this one, if I want to go back to my other pages or other windows that I have open, I just release both fingers for when I wanted to stop on the one that I'm most interested in. So that is the Windows tab that will allow me to be able to go through that. Now, if you like more of the linear view, you could do Alt Tab. And Alt Tab, notice when I hold the Alt down, I can go through the pages that are open as well. They don't flash through as well. They're not like flying through as they are with the Windows tab, but the Alt tab is more of that linear view if you like that type of a linear view. So I'm going to hit Windows D, and that takes me back there. The other thing that does that is this little one icon down here at the bottom right hand corner. If I click on that, that shows me takes me to my desktop and does the same thing that Windows D does to be able to see that system. Now the last thing I wanted to show you is how you can customize and personalize your desktop. If you right click on your desktop, you see that you have personalize and gadgets. So right here, this is a gadget. I put a weather gadget out here. You could put a clock gadget out there. You could just click on gadgets and it's going to bring up the gadgets that you have available to you that you can automatically add to that sidebar. All right. With that, you also have personalize. Personalize allows me to put background images in and their sound files as well. So right now I have a Christmas theme on. If I scroll through these, I could change it to a different theme, and as soon as I click on it, it automatically is going to change my whole desktop look and the sounds that are associated with that as well. There are many of these to be able to choose from. You can also go online then, here, get more themes online, and look for different themes that you could apply to your background as well to personalize that background image to whatever it is that you're looking for. I'm going to go back to my Christmas theme, so an effort in the celebration of the holidays. So this is some tips and tricks for Windows 7 that might be new to you, or you might be familiar with some of them already. I hope that you enjoy Windows 7. It's fun to explore.